In this class, we are going to discuss about transformer. What is transformer? What is the need of transformer? We are going to discuss. Okay. Transformer is an electrical device. Transformer is an electrical device which converts low alternating voltage into high and high alternating voltage into low. That means it transfers AC voltage, low to high or high to low, vice versa. It can do these two things. It also transfers electric power from one circuit to another circuit. What is the principle of the transformer? What is the principle of the transformer? The principle of the transformer is mutual induction. Mutual induction is the principle of the transformer here. How the transformer works? What is the description? Third point. First, I told about the introduction. Transformer is an electrical device which works on the principle of electromagnetic induction, that means mutual induction. Then what are the important parts in the transformer? Here, this is one of the type of transformer. We are now going to study this. There are two coils winding on a frame. That is the structure of the transformer here. This is a frame. This is a frame. This frame is made up of ferromagnetic material. This frame is made up of a strong ferromagnetic material in order to prevent the leakage of the magnetic flux. So only we are selecting perfect ferromagnetic material. Okay. So this is a frame. This is a frame. This is a core. The central part is core. This is a frame. The frame is made up of ferromagnetic material. Okay. There are two windings. One is primary windings. Another one is secondary windings. Here the primary winding consists of less number of turns, and the secondary winding, this is a secondary winding which consists of large number of turns. Okay, this is the structure of transformer. So one is frame, another one is core, that is the central part is core. The third one is windings, primary and secondary windings. We can able to interchange the windings. That means there is one reason for less number of windings in the primary and large number of windings in the secondary. There is reason, I will tell you later. Okay, this is the description of transformer. So transformer, what is the use of transformer? We can able to distribute the power with the help of transformer. Because transformer transfers electric power from one circuit to another. It works only in AC. That is one of the important points I want to tell you. Transformer works only in alternating current. If that is the advantage of DC. Sorry, that is the advantage of AC. In AC voltage or AC EMF, if the AC voltage is generated, we can able to increase or decrease the AC voltage with the help of this device, transformer. We can increase the input voltage. We can increase the input voltage. Then the transformer is said to be step-up transformer. Okay. If the transformer decreases the input voltage, that is called a step-down transformer. There are two types of transformer we are going to discuss. Okay. So in DC, once DC EMF or voltage is generated, it cannot able to change the value of voltage up or low. We can't change. We can't increase the DC voltage. We can't decrease the DC voltage. Once it is generated, it should be a constant one. That is the disadvantage of DC. So only AC is successful all over the world. Okay. So we can distribute the power with the help of transformers. Okay. So here primary and secondary. What is this diagram represents? This is the practical case in transformer. Most of the transformer in practice is like this structure, not in this structure. This is only for study purpose. This is for practical cases. Here the primary and the secondary coils are winding one over the another. Here the green represents, the green colored lines represents primary, less number of windings. The black color lines represents that circles represents secondary winding, which contains large number of turns. Here secondary winding is wounded over the primary. Both are wounded together. So there is no chance of leakage of magnetic flux here. That is the reason here the two coils are winding together. Okay, so please mind it. Then next, what is the working of transformer? It works on the principle of mutual induction. What is the work of the transformer here? When an alternating input is applied across the primary coil, that is alternating input, so the current or voltage, so the applied voltage changes its direction continuously, changes its direction after a particular interval of time. We know very well about the alternating voltage and alternating current. So when the input AC current is changing, continuously changing, then due to the passage of the current, there will be a magnetic field around the coil, around the primary coil. There will be a magnetic field around the primary coil. Okay, when this magnetic field passing through a particular area, which produces what we know very well, magnetic flux. B dot A, pi equal to B dot A. When the magnetic field passing through some area of cross section, which produces magnetic flux. So due to the passage of alternating current, continuously changing current, there will be continuously changing magnetic flux is produced. Due to the continuously changing magnetic flux, in this case, there is no chance of escaping the magnetic flux because we are making this transformer with the help of ferromagnetic materials. So it can't escape, the magnetic flux can't escape. So the magnetic flux, whatever the magnetic flux produced across the primary is completely linked with the secondary coil. Okay, so the magnetic flux across the secondary and the primary will be the same. So the magnetic flux across the secondary completely links. The magnetic flux completely links with the secondary coil. Here the magnetic flux changes because the alternating current changes. So there is a change in the magnetic flux, which produces what? According to mutual induction, according to electromagnetic induction, if there is a change in the magnetic flux, there will be an EMF induced. So an EMF will be induced, that is across the secondary. So we are applying alternating EMF in the primary, then the alternating EMF will be produced across the secondary. Okay, so there are two EMF here, applying some voltage. Here some voltage is coming out. Okay, what is the value of this voltage? Is it increase or decrease? Depending upon the number of turns here. If the number of turns in the secondary is large when compared with the primary, the output voltage, here the output voltage is taken, the output voltage is greater than the input voltage. That type of transformer is called a step-up transformer. If the primary windings is larger, imagine if primary windings is larger than the secondary windings, then you are applying the alternating voltage, then the output across the secondary will be less than the primary. That type of transformer is called a step down transformer. So step up transformer, which increases the voltage, which increases the alternating voltage. Step down transformer, which decreases the alternating voltage, which depends upon the number of turns in the primary and secondary coils respectively. That is one of the most important thing here. Okay, the next is the EMF induced per turn across the primary and the secondary coil is same, because same flux linked with the primary and secondary, same flux linking. So per turn, for example, this is one turn. In this one turn, what will be the EMF induced will be equal to the single turn across the secondary. Both are same, because both having the same area of cross section, same magnetic flux link, same magnetic flux link. So there is change in the magnetic flux also same. So EMF induced per turn of the two coils, primary and secondary, will be the same. What is the expression for EMF? We know very well. ES is equal to minus d pi by dt. Okay, minus d pi by dt. Okay, but in the secondary, the total EMF is high in this case. Why? The total output voltage is large in the secondary. Why? The total EMF, not per turn. The total EMF across the secondary is large. Why? Because it contains large number of turns. That is the reason. Okay, so we include the number of turns also. NS or NS is the number of turns in the secondary. For EP, the input alternating voltage, that is the EMF across the primary, is minus d pi by dt, is NP. Here number of turns in the primary, the number of turns in the primary is less. So here the EMF induced, because of the applying voltage and EMF is induced, that EMF is very less in the primary winding. Why? Because it contains less number of turns. That is EP is equal to minus d pi by dt. That is equal to minus d pi by dt into NP, where NP is small, EP is small. So here the induced EMF is small, here the induced EMF is large. So we get the large output. Okay. That is taken as equation number 1, that is taken as equation number 2. Then ES by EP is equal to what? 2 by 1. ES by EP is equal to, these two terms get cancelled, so ES by EP equal to NS by NP. Look at this expression. ES is directly proportional to NS, EP is directly proportional to NP. That means if the number of turns is large, the EMF is large. If the number of turns is small, the EMF is small. So the EMF induced depends upon the number of turns. That is the most important thing. So the number of turns in the primary and the secondary transformer decides whether the transformer is a step up or step down. Number of turns in the primary is greater than the secondary, then it is step down. Number of turns in the primary is lesser than the secondary, then it is step up transformer. Okay. What is the power? The input power, power input. A good or ideal transformer is one which transfers the electric power, without any loss. That is the ideal transformer in the case of ideal transformer. In practice, there is some losses which reduces the output power in practice, but we are taking here ideal transformer. For an ideal transformer, power input is equal to power output. What is power input? What is the formula for power? We are here EI. Here also EA. Okay. This is input. Okay. This is output. Okay. EI. Here the input is taken as primary, output is taken as secondary. EP IP is equal to ESIS. So what is the relation between ES by EP is equal to IP by IS? This is one important expression. Compare these two expressions. Expression number 3 and 4. Compare these two. When we are comparing these two, we are getting another one expression, which is ES by EP is equal to NS by NP. That means EMF and the number of turns are directly proportional, but these two are inversely proportional to the current, IP by IS. ES by EP is equal to NS by NP is equal to IP by IS, where IP is the current flowing through the primary, IS is the current flowing through the secondary. If the number of turns in the secondary is large, then the current passing through the secondary will be less. Okay, that will be equal to one constant. The name of the constant is said to be, it is represented by K, and the name of the constant is said to be transformer ratio. That is called as transformer ratio. If K is greater than 1, if K is greater than 1, that transformer is called as step-up transformer. Step-up transformer. If K is greater than 1, step-up transformer. In this case, Ns is greater than Np, Es is greater than Ep. Okay, right. If K is, this is first case. Second case, K is less than 1, this type of transformer is step-down transformer. Here Ns is less than Np, here Np is greater than Ns. Okay. Es is less than Ep. That means Ep is greater than Es. That means the EMF across primary is greater than the secondary. That means the voltage is reduced. Here the alternating voltage is reduced in the output. So this type of transformer is called as step down transformer. So the value of K determines, is it a step up transformer or step down transformer. K is greater than 1, step ups. K is less than 1, step down transformer. Okay, right. Here the voltage Ns is greater than Np, Is is greater than Ip. Okay, another one thing I want to tell you, that is, what is the current in the step-up transformer? The current in the step-up transformer is 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 less than Ip. Here, for step down, Is is greater than Ip. Why sir? Because number of turns and EMF are directly proportional, and which is inversely proportional to the current. The current is inversely proportional to this both. Here it states one important thing. What does that means? In the step-up transformer, the voltage is increased. By reducing the current. Voltage into current is known as power. So the power remains the same. Here in the step-down transformer, the voltage is decreased by increasing the current. So it works on the principle of law of conservation of energy. Transformer works on the principle of law of conservation of energy. Because in the step-up transformer, K is greater than 1, the output voltage is increased by decreasing the current. In the step-down transformer, K is less than 1, because the output voltage is decreased by increasing the output current. This works on the principle of law of conservation of energy. Don't forget. This is about transformer. So in this class we discussed about what is transformer, what is the basic principle of transformer, what is the description of transformer, okay, how the transformer works, why there is a difference between primary and secondary windings. If the number of windings across the primary and secondary are same, then there is no increase or decrease in the output voltage. There is no need of transformer, because the need of transformer is we want to distribute the power. So the need of the without much loss. Okay, so the need of the transformer is by changing the low alternating voltage to high and vice versa. So if you want to change the alternating voltages, input alternating voltage, output alternating voltage, if we want to increase or decrease, we can make use of this transformer. Okay, this transformer is very much helpful for distributing the power also. That is why AC is preferred all over the country, because it can be, its voltage is increased or decreased with the help of transformer. In this way we can distribute the power. For example, in the power station, step-up transformer is used. Step-up transformers are used before the transmission of electric power. step up transformer is used. For example, 220 volt is converted into 10,000 volt. In the receiving end, for example, in nearby our houses, step down transformer is used. 10,000 volt is converted with the help of 220 volt. In our home, we are using charger in mobile phones. The charger works with the help of, for example, minimum 4 to 5 volt. For example, 5 volt. But the input voltage is 220 volt. How? Here the step down transformer is used to convert 220 volt into 5 volt. That is the reason. Okay, that is the importance of transformer. Okay, what is the efficiency of the transformer? What is the efficiency of the transformer? The transformer's efficiency can be calculated by which factor? The efficiency of a transformer is nothing but, which is indicated by the letter eta, Greek alphabet, eta equal to output power output by input power. What is output power? Output power is ESIS. Input power is EPIP. The output power by input power, both are same only in the case of ideal transformer. So ideal transformer, eta is always equal to 1. That means power, the efficiency is 100%. But in the practical cases, the output power is always just less than the input power because of some losses. These losses we are able to minimize, but we can't eliminate. There is some losses in the transformer in practical cases. So in practice, the eta value is always less than 1. That means less than 100% is the efficiency. That is the efficiency of the transformer. Okay students, I hope all are understood the concept of transformer very much. I hope you. So next class, in the next lecture, we are discussing the use of the transformer, how the transformers are used in the power distribution, which we are going to discuss in the next class. Till then, thank you my dear friends. Bye.